hot minute, but I'm back with some more Umineko. I also have to make sure that this is going to the right place. I've been using OBS for a lot more than streaming recently, so I always have to double check to make sure that it's all going to the right place. I also started stream like a minute before I was supposed to, so I don't know if YouTube's going to take the full minute to... Nope, never mind. Nope. YouTube did not take the full minute to see if I would go live. I am live. I always begin streams with troubleshooting. Alright, let me go ahead and announce the streams. Oh, people on my Discord server were already asking if it started. Yes, it has indeed started. Alright. Gotta make sure I get all these announcements out. I'm gonna limit my announcements because I actually did not realize that my senior capstone game was gonna have its Steam page be uploaded today, so yeah, I didn't think about that. I mean, I did not mean to stream on the same day as the launch of my on the launch of the Steam page of my senior capstone project. However, it just so happened that it happened on the same day. Hello, Alex. Yes, you are the first one today. I am the one who asked if the stream has started. Yes. I actually saw your message right as I started the stream. I don't have the chat on my OBS setup. There we go. I was sure this was going to happen on Friday for some reason. Good thing I didn't go to sleep yet. Yeah, I didn't do a great job of announcing the stream, to be fully honest, since it was kind of more last minute in terms of planning. I actually meant to have it last week, however, something came up last week, so I was not able to do it on my original time, so that's why I moved it to this week. But, yeah. I'm currently right now listening to Mirage Coordinator. Like, when I opened up the game, all I heard were the seagulls, like, cawing and all that. I'm like, I want to hear more than seagulls right now. I want to listen to some good music as I ease myself back into Umineko. I think it's been, like, 2 months since I last streamed this game, so... yeah, it's been a second. And despite how many times I've been going out this last month pitching games, I'm still terrible at public speaking. Although, yeah, no, like for work and all that, I do always have to, present stuff. So, presenting stuff while I'm just like, chilling out, it's so hard sometimes because I'm allowed to mess up while streaming. But when I'm making a pitch, it's so bad if you mess up the pitch. Yeah, no, I need to get my, mind space into, I am doing a YouTube live stream. I'm not pitching a whole ass video game to a publisher. But, yeah. I'm gonna give some people time to, get to the stream since, this was very last minute, so there might be some people who are late, but in about a few minutes, I'll go back to, reading. And like previous streams, I'm only gonna be doing, one chapter today. I'm not going to be doing more than one since I have a lot of assignments I need to do since I'm graduating in a month. Well, actually less than a month. Yeah, I'm about to graduate, so I definitely need to make sure I get all my assignments done on time, though the senioritis is kicking my ass. Because I'm almost done with everything, which is nice. Someone please tell me where we left off. It's been so long. I think it was still before any of the Twilights occurred. I know that Kinzo has been acting like a jolly old grandpa with everyone, and Angie was like very disturbed by it. I think we were talking with Amakusa in the last chapter as well. Like, the beginning of chapter 8 is kind of all meshing together, so I don't know what happens chapter by chapter. I just know that everyone's being so pleasant on the island, despite how Angie's like, wait, this is not right. People like each other, not hate each other like I believe they did. And the game's doing the whole narrative of maybe the family wasn't as, hating of each other as Angie had initially thought. At least that's what I remember. Of course, I might be absolutely wrong on this assumption about that being the thing that's going on. Also, before I start, I need to do the YouTube live control panel right here. Yeah. YouTube live control panel. What do you mean I'm not streaming? I'm streaming right now. Okay. Where do I put this? Well, okay, that. Nope, that's not exactly what I was thinking it would do. There we go. Yep, I have the stream stats and YouTube live control panel all going at once. There's so much weird tech going on. There's so much weird tech going on that I'm seeing on my OBS. Because, yeah, no, I even have my computer stats on the screen now to make sure that, you know, my computer does not completely, like, fuck up on me. And there's been no dropped frames on my network. Oh, yeah, speaking of final months, this is actually the final 2 months I'm living in this apartment as well. Before I have to, move to another place since my lease is about to be over. This apartment's been pretty alright. Although, definitely a temporary apartment since I'm about to graduate. In a way, I'm about on my next step where I'm, you know, going to be getting, like, different places. Though I need to get work first to go to different places. Yeah, I'm going to be back at my mom's for a little bit. Well, I hope it's not more than a year because that's my plan right now. But, economy, pretty shit. I'm not getting into the economy today. I'm getting into the chapter. Alright, let's get back to episode 8. Before I think about the economy and get depressed. I don't know what this chapter is going to be about. Okay, so I believe it's evening now. I don't know if they have had a family dinner yet, so we might be getting close to a family dinner. I wonder if something's about to go down during the family dinner then. Outside, the rain had started to pour down hard. However, inside the cousin room, it was loud and cheery. It could have been raining spears, and no one would have paid any attention. Is that foreshadowing?
Full house!
Are they playing the game of life? Oh wait, no, poker. Oh my fucking god. They're playing poker, not the game of life. Yeah, no, I think it's poker. The cousins were all bursting with energy, sitting in a circle on the bed.
バトラがでかく張ると役なしのことが多いと思ってたんだがな。
そう思わせるためにここまで負けてきたんだぜ。
Ah, he's doing the fool strategy.
最後に勝つために負けを布石する男。後ろ宮バトラ。
Battler's so papyrus coded sometimes. You know, with this line especially, that is very much papyrus coded. The man who loses strategically to win in the end, that feels like something Papyrus would do. The game of life from Full House is crazy work. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I've been thinking about board games recently because even though, yes, I work in digital games, board games in themselves are fascinating. Like, it takes a different kind of mindset to make them. So I do find board games quite fascinating. What episode does this remind me? This is episode 8, so we're on the final episode. For chapter, I think, I don't know what chapter we're on, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know what chapter we're on. But yeah, we're in the episode 8 before the Twilights. I don't know if they've had dinner yet, but this is where the cousins were playing poker. I also just realized my mouse cursor is on the screen. Yeah, I just realized that my mouse cursor is on the screen. Do people want to see my mouse? I mean, I don't think it's really that bad if you see my mouse cursor, but for, you know, visual sakes, I'm gonna remove it. If I remember how to do that on OBS. How do I remember? How do I remove the mouse cursor? This feels like a very simple thing to do. Hold on. How do I remove the mouse cursor? Should I look this up? No, settings folder. Okay, that's the actual computer folder. That is the legitimate computer folder. What the fuck? Alright, window. Okay, properties. Capture cursor. No, we don't want to capture my mouse cursor. There we go. There we go. Twilights on Peaceful 8? What? Nah. You know, this would be hilarious if in episode 8, for the final game, There are no murders, nobody dies. It's just like Masuri Bayashi. No one is killed outside of flashbacks. Yeah, outside of flashbacks.
おお、バトラすごい、バトラすごい。
Ah, yes. Battler's getting praised the one time Angie's there.
マリア、またコインなくなっちゃった。
Card games are fun too. A card game that I've been really obsessed with recently. Some of you may roll your eyes, but I've been back at the grind of collecting Pokemon cards. Even though I've not really bought too many packs, I just buy individual cards, but I sometimes indulge in a pack if I feel like it. Even though Pokemon card packs are really expensive, so I've not really done a lot of investment towards those. Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna take back my statement right there. Pokemon cards are not an investment, they're supposed to be for fun. That's one thing I'm gonna say. That's one thing I'm gonna say. Pokemon cards are meant to be fun, not legitimate investments like the fucking stock market. And yes, it's been 10 minutes, I'm allowed to curse YouTube.
私のコインを分けてやるよ。一緒にバトラをぶっ潰そうぜ。
With just a deck of cards, the cousins could enjoy themselves for hours and hours. Is Angie sulking in the corner? They were so engrossed that the occasional thunderbolt hardly even registered as static in the background.
そろそろお腹が空いたね。夕食はまだかな。
No worries, your parents are going to be served for dinner. I want to play Uno Flip. Ooh, Uno Flip is fun, especially the online version. I do know that there is physical cards for Uno Flip, but since a lot of my viewers are in various different regions of the world, it might be a little bit hard to set up a physical card game at the moment.
さあ、そろそろじゃないかな。
Even though I will be visiting a convention soon as a panelist, but I'm going to talk about that a bit later. But yeah, no, I am actually hosting a panel at a convention about some pretty cool subjects that I'm not sure if I was supposed to say yet. I didn't say the convention or what I'm going to be talking about. However, ooh. Is it too early to say that I'm appearing at a convention for a panel? I'm going to get back to everyone on that one.
今夜はゴーダさんたち、ずいぶん張り切ってたな。
ってことは随分と期待できそうだぜ。俺の6年ぶりの再会を祝してかな。
Not trying hard enough, you can't host a board game with us. I could do it digitally at the current moment. Nah, I'm just gonna, buy a bunch of plane tickets and have everyone fly somewhere. Not even like, to the US. We're just gonna go to a country that none of us live in just to play a board game together.
さっきシャノンに聞いたけど、ハロウィンパーティーがあるって言ってたよ。
If there's a part where someone's gonna be revealed to have been killed during a twilight, it's gonna be right here. This is where the twilights are gonna be revealed, I'm calling it.
ホールで立食形式でやるそうだよ。
A buffet in the hall.
すごいね。
ハロウィンパーティー？すごいすごいすごい。
Oh.
お、はーい、どちら様？
I wonder when Michael's going to start playing the real trading card game, Magic the Gathering. Don't get me started. My roommate is obsessed with Magic the Gathering. Like, every night, he's like, hey, I'm really tired tonight, so I can't really hang out. And then, like, a few minutes later, as I'm about to, go to my room, he's like, do you want to play Magic? I have not said yes yet, because I don't have my own deck, and I don't want to borrow someone else's deck. I want to have my own deck when I start playing. It's a weird thing, yes, it's very weird, but I have played Magic before when I was 13. However, I sold all my cards, so I don't have any cards at the moment, but I have played it before. It's just been 10 years. I believe I played it at, I think it was like at a Gen Con, which is like a convention in the Midwest of America. Yeah, I played it at a Gen Con when they were first starting off those conventions, since my father knew one of the people who were setting up the event, so we were able to get discounted tickets. I think that was where I first played Magic. That was like in like 2014, 2013, so that was like a long ass time ago. And yes, I just did a whole lore, you know, drop right there. Yeah, I sold them. At the time, though, we needed some extra money with my family, so I don't regret selling them because we kind of needed the money at the time. There was a knock. The door opened, and Angie was there. Oh, so Angie was not in the room. She had been sleeping in her parents' room.
おう、エンジェか。起きたか。
あのね、晩ご飯だからお屋敷行くって。準備しなさいって。
Best way to play it is Commander. The intro decks are really good for Commando, actually. I'll think about that when I get back to Magic. I'm probably gonna wait till I'm done with college stuff, because I don't need to have another, like, I don't need to pick up another hobby just yet. Like, I need to finish college first before I pick up hobbies again. It'd also be a good distraction while I'm looking for a job. Perhaps because she was the hungriest, Maria celebrated more vigorously than anyone else. She jumped up happily and hopped off the bed. As the others all clambered off the bed and started putting their shoes on, Kyrie and Rudolph came into view.
Ora, gaki domo. Meshi da zo. Iku shitaku o shiroi.
Well, it seems like Rudolph and Kyrie are still alive. Well, knowing what happened last chapter, and that this is Burncastle's game, what have you two been up to?
今日はなんだか素敵みたいよ。楽しみね。
I mean, Kinzo's alive, but I don't trust this. Everything's going to be very happy, but then I know that the evil cat is going to do something. Burncastle's up to something, and I swear, something evil's afoot. Something's evil afoot to torture Angie one final time.
マリア知ってる？ハロウィンパーティー。ハロウィンパーティー？マリアだけ知っててエンジェは知らない。お母さん、ハロウィンパーティーって何？
I forgot she was like, I don't know, like 3 years old right here? Or, I don't, maybe 6? Yeah, she might be 6 years old here. I mean, it's a little surprising she doesn't know what Halloween is, but this is Japan in the 1980s.
さあ、何かしらね。行ってのお楽しみね。
みんな、ええか。そろそろ行くで。
皆様、お揃いでしょうか。ご案内いたします。
マリアこっちいらっしゃい。襟が変よ。
ああ、お腹空いちゃったわ。
Aw, isn't that sweet? Ava's right next to her goddaughter.
親族会議の一番の楽しみは食事よね。エンジェちゃんはお腹空いた？
Oh, she really cares about her goddaughter by asking her if she's hungry. Ava smiled at Angie. Older Angie, do you have a comment? Do you have a comment? Oh, she's being pleasant.
着いた。
Okay. Okay, older Angie, do you have a comment?
エンジェ、着きましたでしょ？
いいのよ。そうよね。お腹空いたわよね。おばさんもお腹ペコペコよ。
I just ate, so I'm fine.
よし、出発するぞ。
I agree with you, Ganema. I agree with you. Ava has always cared about and taken care of Angie. Best auntie.
表は風も強いみたいだからな。
I mean, compared to the other mothers in Umineko, Ava's kind of a saint compared to them.
傘を飛ばされる
But
な
okay,
よ。
there's Natsui. There is Natsui, I will say there is Natsui. Can't believe I almost discredited Natsui.
皆様、
傘をお持ちください。
はい、エンジェちゃん、傘。
Okay, this is the second time this is happening. They're going to address how polite Ava is being to Angie.
ありがとうエヴァおばさん。
やっぱり女の子は可愛いわね。今度おばさんのお家にも遊びにいらっしゃい。
Oh, Angie will be coming to Anne's house pretty soon.
約束よ。
Oh, yeah.
エヴァおばさんってエンジェのことを気に入ってるんだ。
Okay, where is older Angie going to make a comment?
うん。母さんは本当は娘が欲しかったらしいんだよ。
Well, Ava, do you still no filter.
ああ、聞いたことあるぜ。小さい頃、私もずいぶん可愛がってもらった気がする。
You probably believe in Burn Slander and Natsui from episode 5 anyway. No, I do not. No, I do not. Fuck you, Burn Castle. No. No, I do not believe in the slander of Natsui.
うちのママは本当は男の子が良かったって言ってたよ。
I also believe that, Kinzo would not be interested in Natsui because she kind of does not look like his beloved. My roommate told me I should not yell BHJ. Actually, he hates it when I scream stuff like that.
元気に生まれてきてくれれば性別なんてどうでもいいのよ。マリアは大切な神様からの授かり物なんだから。
You know, once I'm out of apartments, I can finally start fucking screaming Beatrice from the top of my lungs without any hesitance. I look forward to that moment. In 40 years. When they got outside, the wind was fairly strong. Ava, who had really hit it off with Angie, offered to share an umbrella with the little girl. It was hard to tell what they were chatting so excitedly about, but they seemed to be getting along splendidly already. Battler opened his umbrella as he watched this. His little sister was cute when she clung to him, but she was just as cute and adorable when looking up at someone else with a happy smile. Oh no. Okay, where's older Angie gonna say something? The wind and rain were strong, but even this must have been the perfect space that heightened their anticipation of the coming meal. Oh? Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? They actually decorated the maps with Halloween decorations. Oh, are people dressed up? Please tell me people are dressed up. Oh, that would have been awesome if people dressed up. Thanks to some festive decorations, the main hall had been remade into the scene of a Halloween party. The Ushimiya family always took meals in the dining hall. This was the first time I'd ever seen a buffet-style party set up in the main hall.
Yo, Butler!
Hey, Beatrice. How you doing?
Oh, Maria! 久しぶりであるな。
You know, this is really wholesome. We're at a Halloween party, people are saying Happy Halloween, and Beatrice is just smiling and hanging out with the family. Nothing bad's gonna happen here. Trick or treat to you, Maria.
お菓子はあるが今はやらぬぞ。食事の前であるからな。
ありがとう、ベアトリーチェさん。相変わらずお美しいわね。
ローザこそ子持ちとは思えんぞ。
Damn.
お前少し出来上がってねえか？耳が少し赤いぞ。
ん？あの後ちょいとそのだな。
Have good luck with her tonight, Battler. Good luck. Good luck with Beatrice tonight. I salute you, man.
金蔵が珍しい酒を手に入れたというのでな。まあほんのちょびっとだ。
To be fully honest, if Kinzo offered you a drink, you should probably not drink it. Especially you, Beatrice.
食事の前のお菓子は自重するのに飲酒は自重しねえんだな。
Oh yeah, if you've not eaten yet, you're gonna be more fucked up.
失礼いたします。ベアトリーチェ様、親方様がお呼びでございます。
I saw Kinzo beckoning from over by the portrait.
やれやれ。セレモニーとは金蔵も形式にこだわる男よ。
例の黄金の返還式うんぬんってことなんだろう。後宮家にとっては一つの大きな節目なんだ。付き合ってやれよ。
ちと寂しい気持ちもあるがな。
後宮家顧問錬金術師であることはこれからも変わらねえさ。
であるな。ではちょっと行ってくる。後ほどな。源氏の話によると今日のパーティーちょっとした趣向があるらしいぞ。
Wait, what would be the theme outside of Halloween?
楽しみにしておれ。
用意したのはお前じゃないだろうか。
Like you did any other work?
いちいち細かい男よ。では後ほどな。
お兄ちゃん、今日は何かあるの？
Great question, Angie. Great question. Battle will be answering your question right as I get back from the restroom. I definitely should have gone before stream, but I don't learn my lesson. And neither does Valor. I have so much issues with that poster behind me. My Hirie poster from Uzumaki. It always falls forward. Like the top half, the command strip that I put right there, never sticks. Well, it's not really a command strip, but it's like something that sticks into the wall. Like a poster sticker. I don't know what the full definition of that word is, to be honest.
何か特別な日？
It looked as though even Angie had picked up on that much. This is kind of off topic, but are you going to play Silent Hill F when it comes out? Absolutely, if I'm allowed to on YouTube. If I'm allowed to play the game on YouTube, yes. However, if not, I'll probably make recordings of it and censor the recording so that we could have it on YouTube, because I know the game's going to be rated R18. At the very least, I think it's going to be R18 in the US. Actually, before I go too much into the gameplay, I do want to double check that information, because I was actually looking forward to someone mentioning Silent Hill F, actually. Because I've been wanting to talk about it on this channel for a little bit, but I didn't know what would be a good time to talk about Silent Hill F. Because, yeah, it's being written by Rikishi07, so that's why I've been, like, looking heavily into it. Though, is it R18 in the US? Because if it's R18 in the US, we can't play it on the channel, and apparently it's rated M by the SRB. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, so for some people were actually saying that the game's gonna be like AO in America, for which if it was, like, there was no way in hell that we could, you know, have it be a game in the US that we could stream. Well, we can have the game be in the US, however, you can't stream an AO game because it's for adults only, and streaming services outside of the ones that I cannot list right now to save my channel don't like that kind of content. But yeah, I am interested in playing Silent Hill F when it comes out. However, I might play some of the Silent Hill games before. Maybe after Umineko's done, I'll play Silent Hill. Because I've really only played Silent Hill 2. Like, I know about Silent Hill 1, but I haven't really delved too far into, like, you know, the Silent Hill series. Outside of Silent Hill 2, obviously. She seems to be getting tense for no reason.
後宮家にとっては特別な日だ。だが、エンジェとは関係ないから気楽にしてていいんだぜ。
そうだ。ねえねえお兄ちゃん聞いた？さっきエヴァおばさんからね、すごい秘密を聞いたの。
What's a huge secret?
マリアお姉ちゃんも知らない秘密、お兄ちゃんにだけ教えてあげるね。
Is a secret about the bunker underground?
ほう？秘密ってなんだなんだ？
Is this older Angie trying to act like younger Angie?
あのね、
What are you about to do, Angie?
アーモンドが入ってたら当たりなんだって。
In your what?
当たりってくじ引きか何かの話か？
An almond in what?
とにかくアーモンドが当たりなの。
But what are you getting the almond in? Angie puffed out her cheeks. Apparently she wanted to be praised for sharing this exciting secret. But just knowing that almonds win doesn't really explain much exactly. You know what, this is one of the most 6-year-old things that Angie could do right here. She's actually acting like a 6-year-old. She's actually acting like one.
わかったわかった。大切な秘密を教えてくれてありがとうな。
お兄ちゃん嫌い。せっかく秘密を教えてあげたのに。
Oh. Angie, her cheeks still puffed out, headed back to where Aunt Ava was. They really are getting along well. Well, I guess I have no problem if it's her aunt. Is this Bauer? If it was some guy from her class, I don't care if they're in elementary school. It's not happening! This is definitely Valor. This is definitely Valor. No playing with the opposite sex without Oni-chan's approval. Oh, man. At that moment, Genji-san's voice rang out. Genji, no. No, 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 no. Genji, don't go after Angie. The chatter gradually subsided, and the rain outside once again became apparent.
皆様、ご静粛に願います。
I guess I should read that, but he requested for my silence. Silence filled the room. All the relatives seemed vaguely aware that tonight's festivities consisted of more than a Halloween party. Battle already knew. This was the ceremony to mark the return of the gold, from Kinzo to Beatrice, which had been borrowed for so many years. Now that fact was being announced by Kinzo himself. He spoke of how this gold had not only restored the Uchiha family, but it brought it to a level of wealth it had never before experienced. He spoke of how he would finally return the gold to Beatrice, the one who had saved the Ushimiya family. Kinzo personally handed an ingot, decorated with a bright red ribbon to Beatrice.
三代にわたる黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェの恩。後宮家は未来永劫忘れることはないである。
やれやれ、しまう場所もないが特別に引き取ってやろう。
ベアトリーチェ様。
It was hard to imagine Beato, of all people, getting admonished by Genji. Almost like getting admonished by Beatrice, like she was admonishing herself. I couldn't help but laugh.
後宮家顧問錬金術師ベアトリーチェである。今宵をもち10トンの黄金の貸し出し契約の終了を受け入れるものである。我が祖母の代より数十年、片翼をもがれたわしは再び飛翔の時を迎えた。わらわはそれを見守り、子々孫々までの未来永劫の繁栄を心より祈るものである。
Applause filled the hall. Though she'd managed to make such a dignified speech for once, as soon as it was over, she stuck out her tongue and leered at us. I guess that's about the limit to how long Beato can stay serious.
黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェは名を受け継ぐことで1000年を長らえる魔女である。よって彼女の子々孫々に至るまでその全てがベアトリーチェであり、その全てが当家の顧問錬金術師なのである。後宮家子孫一同はベアトリーチェの恩義を永遠にたたえ、子々孫々に永遠にそれを伝えるのだ。ベアトリーチェは未来永劫後宮家の恩人であり、尊い絆で結ばれた家族なのである。
ご承認いただける方々は拍手をもって承認をお願いいたします。
Are you applauding Genji? After Genji's words, the relatives all looked at each other, then started applauding at once.
ありがとう、諸君。
Oh. I don't remember this song. Wait, no, I remember this one. Oh, this song. Oh, man, I forgot the name. Is it, Happiness of Marinette? Yeah, I think this is Happiness of Marinette.
ベアトリーチェよ。そなたは後宮家の一員だ。それは血より尊き絆によるものだ。
金の貸し借りの縁は血より大切であるからな。
It is Happiness of Marinette.
ベアトリーチェ様。
After that, Kinzo's long-winded speech continued. Tonight, Kinzo will retire as the Ushimiya family head. Holy shit! Holy shit, wait, he's stepping down? Then, he announced that he would reveal the distribution of his inheritance. Oh fuck, people are getting murdered tonight. A stir of excitement spread across the siblings and money trouble. They heard that they wouldn't have to wait for Kinzo's death to get their shares.
お前たちがそれぞれ金に苦労しているのは知っておる。それらの問題はすべてこれで解決できるであろう。ただし心せよ。これは 死を待たずして与える遺産である。私はお前たちを厳しくも常に見守ってきた。しかし今宵をもってお前たちの父はそれをやめるのだ。私は雲上から見守るかのごとくお前たちが飛翔するのを眺めているだろう。もはや何の口出しもせぬ。そなたたちの生きたいように生きるがよい。
親父。
He's not crying because of the words of his father. He's crying because he's getting money.
お父様。わかりました。私たちは必ずや飛翔してみせます。
You're taking a second to respond, Klaus.
兄弟で力を合わせ後宮家をますますに繁栄させることを。
Why does he look so confident compared to the others?
兄弟一同ここに誓います。
さやで、わしらは力を合わせたら向かうところ敵なしや。
Hideyoshi laughed, but Genji admonished them. However, you could understand why they were so happy. So far, the siblings had quarreled ruthlessly over the inheritance. However, this evening, the inheritance had been neatly split apart, and they no longer had any need to scheme for money. In other words, the siblings no longer had any reason to squabble with each other anymore. On the contrary, this was a time for them to join hands and help each other become more and more prosperous. Ava and Rosa were sniffling, with tears in their eyes. And so was Rudolph. Perhaps now, despite their ages, they had finally left the nest for real. Rudolph cannot bear the fact that he's on his own. Tonight, the Eagles of the Rokenjima family. The Eagles of the Shirobia family would leave Rokenjima, the nest weave from the witch's magic, and go their separate ways. With their own power and determination. It made Kinzo think. If only I've done this from the start. If he had settled the inheritance problem himself, there would have been no need for his children to quarrel at all. Instead, he had acted in a sullen manner and left the problem to them, which had resulted in their strained relationships. Yes, it was all his responsibility. And now, the intertwining bonds had been released. It was as though an invisible rope had been wrapped around Kinzo's body. That rope was now gone, and he felt a sudden release he hadn't experienced for many years. The four siblings stepped forward, and before Kinzo, they all swore to support Klaus, the new head, and lead the family to greater prosperity. Their faces sparkled with an unexpected youthfulness. How long would this swear hold? It was only natural. After all, none of the four had made such a natural feeling promise since the time they were kids. As the vibrancy of their youth returned to them, the siblings made a promise once again. When Klaus finished his announcement, a friendly applause filled the hall. The cousins. And the servants too joined in on the applause that continued on and on. Angie watched this dumbfounded. The four siblings were supposed to have quarreled with each other constantly since they were kids. And they were supposed to have pointlessly locked swords with Kinzo's inheritance as their goal. Their worries over money spurring them on. Thanks to this ceremony, even the world of truth, the world of knowledge, has been rewritten. Were they actually friendly towards each other? Or did they all quarrel like I believe? doesn't matter. Either way, right here, right now, all of those problems have been resolved. I mustn't believe. This is just Oni-chan's farce. Even though I knew that fact, when I watched Dad and the others hugging each other, with teary smiles on their face, I couldn't help but feel something warm welling up in my eyes.
信じないわ。
You're not gonna believe?
これも全部お兄ちゃんの茶番なんでしょ。
Alright, Battler, time to start throwing out red truths.
お前は何を見たら聞いたら信じることができるんだ。
赤で
Yep.
赤き真実で言ってくれたら。
赤で言えなければ全ては嘘なのか。
信じない。私はこんなの。
Eiji looked at the floor and fell silent. As the game master, Battler was able to use the red truth. However, that rule only exists on a witch's game board. In the world of humans, red truth doesn't exist. People see things, hear things, and when they believe that something is worth believing, they accept it as a red truth. Unless Angie accepts it, no kind of truth can become truth. Battler wanted her to realize this. There was no point in using the red truth, a rule of this game, to force the truth on her. Angie would have to use her own power, her own heart, to accept the truth as truth. The decision was Angie's. No one could force her to decide either way. So there was nothing wrong with Angie declaring the scene to be a farce. But if so, then what about the hot tears dripping down Angie's face? Angie would have to think that through herself, without anyone telling her. After one sniffle and a rub of her eyes, Angie let the 6-year-old version of herself take control of her peace. What followed was a harmonious, fun stretch of time. Beautifully adorned dishes were brought in one after another, and champagne corks were loosened with pleasant sounds. Several small tables were set here and there, each with its own theme. And that was where the fun lay in the stand-up buffet party, as the guests wandered from table to table, pondering what they should eat first. This sort of performance was where Goda's genius shone through. The hotel that let him go should have regretted ever having done so. Of course, a stand-up buffet would probably be a tiring affair for the middle-aged, so chairs had been set up as well. However, each time a new dish was brought into the hall, they could get up to look, wandering through the tables however they pleased. This way, they could bump into a new group of people, then mingle elsewhere when that group melted apart. Isn't there only like 18 people here? People are interesting. Indeed! Indeed! People are interesting! This is quite an image to see, with the quote, "People are interesting." As the members of each group changed, so did the topic of conversation. The bustling Halloween party played out like a colorful kaleidoscope. The origami chains decorating the walls brought back youthful memories. Those will help anyone enjoy themselves like they were kids again. Even to Angie, it was like a dream. She chatted happily with her cousins. She also chatted with her aunts and uncles. I wonder what the hell she would talk about with Klaus and Natsui. Like, what kind of conversation would she have with them? Beato showed her several tricks that she called magic. Maria said that they were magic, Angie said that they were tricks, and the night grew even more lively. The two young girls were so far up that the adults decided to show some tricks they knew, shocking both of the kids utterly. Eventually, they each started showing tricks to the others, asking if they ever seen this one or that one before. And it became a party of magic, just perfect for Halloween. In addition to magic tricks, several quizzes, riddles, and games popped up, reminding everyone of their childhood days. Even the servants who were serving food got dragged into the groups, and the whole hall was filled with chatter. This is just like a good ending. This feels like a good ending to wrap everything up in a nice bow. I don't fucking trust this. I do not fucking trust this. To Angie, young as she was, every single magic trick, quiz, and riddle was an entirely new experience. They stimulated her intellectual curiosity, and she couldn't contain her excitement. Add in the wide variety of delicious foods and drinks she could choose from, and it was like being in a dream. Angie felt a floaty sensation, as though she was walking on a cloud.
Angie, お前これを飲んじゃったのか? これお父さんの飲み物だぞ.
Oh no.
エンジェも大人のブドウジュース飲みたかったの。
Rudolph, uh-oh.
だからいいの。
Uh-oh.
少し顔が赤いぜ。大丈夫か?
ちょっとしか飲んでないから大丈夫とは思うけれど。
エンジェ大丈夫だよ。子供じゃないもん。
エンジェちゃんはこっちを飲みなさい。ルドルフお父さんが飲んでるのは悪い飲み物だからもう飲んじゃダメよ。
I would love the fact if Ava was just giving her more alcohol in front of her parents just to fuck with them. That would be hilarious.
そうだな。悪いのを飲んでると、エンジェも悪い大人になっちまうぜ。
エンジェ悪い大人にならないもん。お姫様になるもん。
そうよ。エンジは私たちみんなのお姫様よ。
そうだな。エンジは家族みんなのお姫様だ。
私にもお姫様よ。ぜひ今度おばさんの家にも遊びに来てね。絶対なんだから。
Angel will be coming to your house for sure.
いっぱいいっぱい歓迎してあげるんだから。
She's gonna have a lot of fun, especially for the next few decades of her life. Well, decade of her life.
ありがとう、エヴァおばさん。
Everyone's being really nice. It almost feels like I've become a real princess. I feel so great. I could almost believe that this whole celebration was being held for my sake. Bowler stood outside of that group of people. As they watched Angie smiling happily from a distance, he smiled too.
ああして幸せに笑えば名前負けもせんのにな。惜しい娘を。
そうだな。天使の名にふさわしい笑顔だと思うぜ。
あの笑顔がコマでなく本当のエンジェのものであればよいのだが。
仮に違ってもあいつはこれを見てるさ。そして自分で考えればいい。
But would she accept this?
そなたとエンジェのゲームは慈しみにあふれているな。わらわからすればもどかしいほどにな。
Just imagine if Bowler just pulls out a Glock and starts shooting people just to make it more irritating for Beatrice.
もどかしくて何の問題がある？誰の邪魔もない。妨害も駆け引きも何もなしだ。
そうだな。このゲームはもはや戦いでさえない。
言ってみれば片付けなんだ。 俺たちのゲームの。
わらわの気まぐれなる行為があやつに及んだ罪は償いきれぬ。
俺たちのゲームの責任だ。俺たち二人で償う。だから俺たちでエンジェに最後のゲームを送る。
エンジェはあの鍵を正しく使えると思うか？
俺たちが正しいと思う方へ無理やり引っ張ることももちろん考えたさ。
それは意味なきことかもしれぬな。強制された選択は正しくとも生涯受け入れがたい。
そういうことだ。エンジェは自ら考え自ら選ばなければならない。それが俺たちから見て正しくない選択であったとしても、俺はそれを祝福しようと思う。
ゲームマスターはそなただ。わらわはもはや何も口を挟まぬ。今宵をただ楽しむだけだ。
エンジェにとっては意味あるゲームだ。だが俺たちにとってはお疲れ様パーティーみたいなもんさ。
そろそろやってくる頃合いだな。しかし良いのか？エンジェにまた誤解されるぞ。
That guy was speeding.
大丈夫さ。
One thing I'm not gonna miss from this apartment: hearing people just fucking speed right by my apartment door, window.
それにむしろ必要なんだ。お前がそういう姿を見せたように。
For no apparent reason, are you a save scummer or not? Yes.
みんなもな。
ならば我らもこの千秋楽祝いを楽しませてもらうとしよう。これほどの長きゲームにて皆それぞれの役を見事演じきってきたのだから。
Are we gonna get a choice right here saying, do you believe this? That instant, the sound of someone clapping for attention rang out. Okay. Goda? Goda? What are you about to do? What are you about to do, Goda? Goda, are you about to reveal Magic Goda Chef?
本日のとっておきでございます。本日は今夜のハロウィンパーティーの目玉としてこの特製ザッハトルテをご用意させていただきました。
Wait, what the fuck did he say? What the fuck did he say? Goda had been the one clapping. Everyone gathered Everyone gathered together, wondering what was going on. Yes, when you say for no reason, I'm assuming something's about to fucking go down. I'm assuming something's about to go down. Why would you mention save scumming right here when people are talking about a special event and that they hope that Angie makes the right choice? What do you mean by that? Save scumming. What do you mean by that? I don't trust that. Anything that someone says in chat now, I'm not trusting. On the serving cart in front of him was a large, sliced chocolate cake. There's bombs in it.
ご覧の通り、チョコレートにて片翼のわしの紋章の風浪をつけた後ろ見分けだけの一品でございます。
A specialized cake, huh? The stupendous cake drew from a gasp of admiration from all present.
これは立派なケーキですな。目玉にふさわしいものです。
いえいえ、ただのケーキではございませんよ。今夜のこのケーキには一つ秘密がございます。
What do you mean by a little secret, Goda? What do you mean by a little secret?
親方様、どうかそれを皆様にお話しくださりますようよろしくお願いいたします。
うん。これはささやかなゲームである。
What kind of game?
このケーキには一つだけ当たりのものがあるの。
It's the almond. It's the almond. Hello, King Morishu Tensatsu. Angie shouted happily. Kinzo looked at her and nodded.
このケーキの中の一切れだけにアーモンドが一粒入っておる。そのケーキを選んだ者が今夜の王様であるぞ。
What do you mean by king?
Oh,
the king game! Okay, I know this game, yeah. Whoever's king, the king gets to make their own decisions for the night. Okay.
あなたのは悪い王様ゲームよね。
Maybe you don't want to play that kind of king with your family, Rudolph.
さて、王様になるとどんなことがあるのですか？
王様は願いを一つ口にすることができる。
Okay.
それを皆で叶えようではないか。
へえ、面白そうだぜ。
王様は男がなるんだよ。女の子はなれないよ。
Not with that attitude.
女の子が当たりだったらお姫様になれるんだよ。
What about the queen?
アーモンドが当たり。
そうだな。エンジェはすごいな。
こういう時はくじ運がものを言うんや。負けへんで。
You were pretty lucky with the stocks of your company.
お待ちなさいよ。小さい子から順に選ぶといいわ。それがいいですね。エンジェちゃんからどうぞ。
Okay, Maria did say girl, not woman. Okay, I will give you that one. I will give you that one, Ganema.
こら、マリアはお姉さんでしょ。エンジェちゃんを先にしなさい。
エンジェが当たりを引いちゃったらどうするの
Then you suck it up.
エンジェが当たりを引く。アーモンドが当たり。アーモンドが当たり。
Is this where I'm gonna have to make a decision?
私たち年寄りは残り物に服があることを祈りましょう。
若い順ということはビリは金蔵であるよな。
What are you talking about, Beatrice? You're a 1,000-year-old witch.
そなたはセンス
We thought the same thought! We had the same fucking thought!
納得ゆかん。
Everyone burst out laughing. Her real age was unknown, but she claimed to be 19 years old. Yeah, 19. In front of Angie lay a large cake, split into several pieces. Yes, absolutely. She is 19 years old, not 1,000 years old. Just one of those pieces was the winner.
さあ、エンジェ様。どのケーキになさいますかな。どれを選んでもほっぺたが落っこちるほど美味しいですよ。
I don't care about your delicious cake. I just want to fucking win, asshole.
じゃあ一発で当ててみせるしかないな。ほら、選べ選べ。
Yes, we will be picking one. We will for sure be picking one. Battler, push Angie Small back towards the table with the cake.
どれにしようかな。
The chocolate cake was cut into 15 pieces. 15? Are there like 18 people on the island? I want to pick the one with almond and become the princess. One of them has an almond. Which one could it be? I get to choose first, but it sort of feels unfair. I mean, it is, isn't it? My chances of getting the right one are 1 in 15. There's no way I'll get it. And then, when Maria-chan goes after me, One-chan goes after me, she has a 1 in 14 chance of picking the winner. Gains most important decision right here, which cake piece. Oh, fuck. The next person has a 1 in 13 chance, then a 1 in 12 chance, and the last person will win for sure?
お兄ちゃん、これずるい。最初に選ぶ人の方が不利。
Everyone laughed. Apparently there was something wrong with my calculations, but I still didn't like it.
さあ、エンジェ様から運試し。どうぞどうぞ、お選びください。
If I had to pick one out of so many, there's no way I'll win. But for some reason, tonight, it feels like I might actually win after all. Will you? I have no reason for feeling this way, but when I'm in a good mood, Lady Luck always brings me with fortune.
ほら、決まったか?
Oh, do I not get to choose?
決まった。これが当たり。
Oh, do I not get to choose, or? I concentrated on my fingertip and put out 1 of the 15 slices. The slice I chose was... This is where I'm going to choose. I think this is where I'm going to choose. Oh, I hate this so much! Oh, fucking... I hate this so much! But wait, in terms of RNG, though, would these all be similar? Wait. In terms of RNG, would these all be similar? Ah, fuck, there's a 1 in 50 chance. I knew fucking bullshit would happen. Whew. Did I pick one? Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to pick one, I meant to save! I didn't mean to pick one, I meant to save! I right-clicked to save! Fuck! Oh, fuck. I fucking swear if this is the right one.
これでございますね。
15 choices? 15 endings? Oh my god, no. No. There's no fucking way. 15 choices, 15 endings. No. No. There's no fucking way they'll do this kind of bullshit. Is there really 15 endings of this game? After all these fucking chapters, there's no way there's 18 endings.
もう決めたの？これがいい？
Is there an almond in it? When he asked me whether I was sure, I felt a little uneasy. Still, at times like this, it's better to stick with your instincts. It was one of the few bits of philosophy that this young girl had learned from her few life experiences. Goto took the chosen slice, put it on a plate with a fork, and handed it to Angie.
次はマリアね、マリア。
Oh, did we lose?
どれにしようかな。
Just imagine if I had to choose for everyone. It was Maria's turn next. She was excited, determined to be the winner. I walked away from that group, all by myself. I was struck by a temptation to quickly cut the cake open and check for an almond inside. However, I stopped myself. If I check my piece first, my chance of winning is 1 in 15. However, if I wait for some other people to check their slices, then when I see that they've lost, my chances will go up, if only slightly. Does it matter? In other words, instead of searching for the almond right away, my chances will go up if I wait for some other people to lose. But if someone picks a winner while I'm sitting around here, the chances of my slice being a winner will still go to 0. Yes! Either way, you got your slice! I don't think you need to change your slice. It will be tough to calculate the right moment. I need to wait just long enough for as many losers to show up as possible. My chances of winning are highest if I can check my piece immediately before someone else wins. Yeah, that's the trick to winning this game. Without love, the almond cannot be seen. You're right, you're right. Why did I get sent to limbo? What a strange thought. It feels like I'm missing something? Even though no one else can touch the cake that's sitting in front of me. The almond inside of it will appear or disappear depending on whether or not other people win or lose. Just check the fucking cake! I was in such a good mood that I felt dizzy, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with my theory. But I did realize that something was strange. There's always just one truth inside a cat box. No matter what happens outside of the box, it shouldn't be able to shake the truth inside. And yet, I'm being shaken about by events outside the cat box, trying to use those to change the way I observe the box's contents. I don't even know what I'm saying. Another me inside me is trying to say that, but it's too hard for me to understand. I feel like I'm drifting. I got so cheery and excited that, even though I'm not sleepy, my mind feels hazy. Maybe it's because I drank Dad's adult drink. In the end, even though I chose the first piece, I decided to check it last. After I've seen that everyone else is lost, my chances of winning will be 100%. I tried to find the contradiction in my thinking, but I didn't really get it, so I stopped. It's much better to have a 100% chance than a 1 in 15 one, so I decided to bet on that. I couldn't wait to open this precious treasure chest, but I waited for everyone else to choose their pieces and check them.
どうですか? 当たりの出た方はいますか?
マリアの入ってなかった。
Okay, it's obviously going to be Angie's piece.
私のも外れだぜ。
No, it's going to be George.
お姫様になり損ねちまった。
外れでも本当に美味しくて美しいザッハトルテだね。食べずに飾っておけるものならそうしたいくらいだよ。
どうだ？アーモンドあったか？
私もダメね。秀吉兄さんはどう？
わしも外れのようや。会社に嫁にもうわしの運は使い切っとるからな。
Damn.
もうそれってどういう意味よ。
南條先生はいかがですか？
今調べてるところです。
What would Naja wish for?
たまにはこういうのも楽しいですな。駆け引きなしの純粋な博打も実に面白い。ベアとはどうであったか。
残り物に服があるなどと言った嘘つきは誰だ。ガル
Damn! Damn, that was an aggressive grr. Holy shit.
エンジはどうだ？
I wish I could hear that again. That was impressive.
アーモンドはあったか？
今調べてる。
It's gonna be Angie.
なんだ、まだ手をつけてなかったのか？
I'd been following my own personal probability theory, but I didn't think I could explain it well to Oni-chan, so I didn't mention it to him. I wonder if there's an almond in here. If I win, I'll be tonight's princess. I'll be happy if I win, but even if I don't, it'd still be a really fun night, so that's okay. I got put on hold when this cake game got started, but before then, everyone was having a lot of fun trading tricks, quizzes, and riddles. This game is fun too, but I want to play like that again soon. Huh?
どうした？エンジェ。
Is there an almond in there?
お。
I lifted up that tiny thing with my fork and stared at it, then showed it to my brother.
これアーモンドだよね。
Ah, first try by accident, I got the almond.
お。お。
I wonder if there is 18 other endings, or that might have been just like, you know, the game lying to me, because a part of me was just thinking in my head, why would there be 18 endings in this game? Oh, that would be fucking insane. That would be fucking insane. Though, of course, I heard nothing about alternative endings for Umineko, so there could be, but a part of me feels like there's not alternative endings. I might have been getting tricked by chat. I'm still gonna check later. However, I don't know if there's actually 18 endings. I might have actually legitimately got tricked. Because I don't see the reason why, narratively, Angie would not get the almond. And also, what would be the other 15 endings? Not 18, 15 endings. What would that pertail? Like, if different people get the almond, they get to ask a different question? I mean, that would be cool. But did they do that? Would they do that? Would Rikishi do that? Well, the only way to find out is by playing.
エンジェのに入ってたのか。すごいぜ、エンジェ。
At the same time, a store rose up in the other corner of the room.
あったわ。私のに当たりが入ってた。
Wait, there's two? The game did tell you the reason behind getting that choice, if you had listened to adults and cousins' reasonings. The game did tell you a reason behind getting that choice. To be the king, obviously. And also, they want Angie to come to their own conclusion about stuff. However, it is interesting that Ava and Angie won.
これはこれは。おめでとうございます、エヴァ様。
But it was a secret that only Ava and Angie knew.
違う。エンジェが当たりなの。私がアーモンドなの。
I held the almond high and shouted across the room. The crowd around Ava split, and everyone stared at me, surprised. I was surprised too. The thing in her hand was, without a doubt, an almond.
なんだなんだ。こりゃどういうことだ。
5だ。
This feels very manufactured.
アーモンドが2つ入ってるようだが、どちらも当たりなのかね。
はて、そんなはずは。
どちらかが勘違いということでしょうか。
エンジェ様のは間違いなくアーモンドです。カノン君、そっちは？
エヴァ様のも間違いなくアーモンドです。
Does anyone have a peanut allergy? The only way to figure out which one is the real almond. You can get the person in the family who has a peanut allergy to eat it.
では2人とも当たりということではありませんか。
親方様。
これは奇異なこともあるものだ。どうしたものか、ゴーダよ。
I think Goda's about to get fired.
これはちょっとした手違いでございまして、じゃんけんでもしてもらって。
ケチくさいことを言うでない。2つのアーモンドが現れ、女王と姫が選び出されただけの話ではないか。
Queen and Princess, Angie and Ava.
そういうことだ。二人が当たりということで良いで
You
は
know,
ない
part
か。
of me knew that was about to happen. There being two winners.
まあ、しかし。
Goda was hesitant. Actually, he had prepared a single special dessert for the king. It had been decorated in a way that made it hard to split for two people. So, it wasn't convenient for there to be two kings. When Ava heard Goda mumbling something to this effect, she shrugged and laughed. Interesting.
じゃあ、エンジェちゃんがお姫様になりなさい。
お姫様。エンジェはお姫様なの？
私はその付き人よ。ね、これならいいでしょう。
She'll make sure that everyone does the things that the princess wants them to do. She picks up the sawed-off shotgun to enforce Angie's rule. Of course it worked. Angie had been worried that Ava would be declared the winner, since she had spoken up first. So she hadn't even dreamed that Ava would get fed up to her.
でもいいの？エヴァおばさんも当たりなのに。
いいのよ。エンジェちゃんの付き人になれたもの。さあ、お姫様。あなたが叶えてほしい願いは何？
Just in case. Just in case.
考えてちょうだいな。
If there's another multiple choice option, just in case.
エンジェは願い事もう決めてあるの。
あら、それは何？おばさんに教えて。
I want this fun time to keep on going. Forever. The young me spoke for the desire in my heart.
さっきまでの楽しいがずっと続いてほしいの。
I get the feeling that the nuance has changed. Still, unmistakably my wish. The hints, this is hints that small bombs were in the cake Umineko solved. Absolutely! The almonds were the bombs!
さっきまでのって。
You know, the only people that survived the Rokenjima incident were the people who got the almonds. Ava and Angie, the only survivors. Because Angie was not there, and Ava was able to escape.
手品とかクイズとか？
Interesting. Maybe this whole time, Angie was the culprit, and Ava carried it out as an accomplice! The Angie mastermind theory. That's my ultimate theory for Umineko. I'm gonna make a video essay about it later.
じゃあこうしましょう。みんな聞いて。お姫様の命令よ。ついさっきまでみんなが盛り上がっていたように、手品やクイズなどでエンジェちゃんを楽しませてあげてちょうだい。
Honestly, that would be a fun as hell video, trying to, you know, navigate a way to say that Angie was the culprit at fucking 6 years old. The reason why she was not on the island was she knew the whole time. I bet someone could make... I guess someone could make a mystery revolving around that idea. With Umineko, with how open it can be, I bet someone could. Oh. I like this. I like this cover. This is pretty cool.
もう手品のネタも尽きちまったぜ。
ならクイズやなぞなぞね。
つまりみんなでいろいろなクイズでエンジェちゃんに楽しんでもらうようにすればいいわけかね。
You know, Klaus, you could show off some of your boxing skills. Maybe beat the shit out of Kinzo.
お姫様に楽しんでもらえるクイズをみんなで献上するのですね。
なるほどね。了解したよ。
I have to recoil every time I see that sprite. God fucking damn it.
なるほど、面白いではないか。
Be prepared to listen to this track for a couple hours straight. No. No, do they just repeat this for an hour or more?
ではエンジェよ。
No. No, there's no way.
みんなにクイズやなぞなぞを出してもらい、それに挑むがよい。
Sometimes I had to double guess what that means because this could play for a long time. I don't like that.
見事解けるたびにそなたにメダルを1枚与
Oh
えよう。
no. Please don't tell me there's more multiple choice options. No. No. Save scumming? No. There's no way this is about to be what I think it is. You know what? If it is, I'm using the restroom real quick. If we're gonna get a whole series of questions and answers, I'm gonna let this song play for a second as I use the fucking restroom. No way. No. Oh boy. It's time. It's time. I think Michael is onto my trolling so much that he won't believe me anymore. The cake was a lie. The questions were the ending. The endings all along were just the questions. As soon as I get a question wrong, I fucking just get murdered. That's my prediction. I fucking just get killed. And if I get them all right in a row, I just get, you know, maybe the true ending.
記念メダルってことだろうな。いっぱい正解できればいっぱい集められるんだろうぜ。
ただ集めるだけでは集まりませんね。
Every question you answer right, the family member stays alive.
集めたメダルの枚数に応じて私から素敵なプレゼントを送ってやろう。
Oh shit.
どうだ、 がぜんやる気が出たであろう。
はい、行きましょう。
すごいじゃない。ご褒美まであるんですってよ。
よかったわね、エンジェ。
Everyone gathered around me, smiling, as they thought about what sort of puzzle they'd give. Uh-oh. They're all thinking about me, so that they can play with me. Just the feel of having that all to myself almost made me explode with joy at becoming the princess. You decide if the twilight happens or not, just answer these quizzes correctly, or with succeeding all of them anger someone leading to the twilights! Oh my god, just anger Beatrice. Beatrice just fucking kills everyone. Ah, Umineko no na kuro ni, Chiru, Nocturne of Truth and Illusions. Damn! Damn! So next time's gonna be the big Q&A session. I look forward to it. I look forward to it. Next stream, the Q&A session. Oh no. Oh no. Was Gandemo right about the song? No. No, there's no way. Oh my god, there is no way. There's no way. I'm saving this for next stream, by the way. Because I don't think I can do the full chapter this time. But there's no way. There's no way that Gandemo's right about that. No. Also, I have enough time to chill out for a little bit. Yeah, I do have to do it for next stream since I did not plan to stream too long tonight. I actually do have a few things I need to do before midnight. Let's just say that Michael may have forgotten about a quiz that I learned about in the bathroom that I need to do tonight, or it's late. So I definitely need to do that quiz in a second before midnight hits for me, so I do need to leave the stream soon, but I'm gonna chill out for a few minutes if people want to chill out for a little bit, but I don't think I can do the next part. Oh my god. I can't believe, there's no way this song will play on repeat. Oh my god. Why won't you believe me? Honestly, it's weird. I believe chat, but also I don't believe chat. It's like a conundrum. Every time you believe in chat, chat will fucking take advantage of that and troll you. So in a way, I believe, but also don't believe. It's a paradox, if one may say that. It's a paradox that I like to call the American paradox. They really either do not trust something, or they really trust something. There's no middle ground. I don't know if I can say that. Oh, I'm saving that one. That's a good one. That's a good joke for me. The American paradox. To be fair, if you could sit around and sit and hang around, you could just start doing some quizzes and continue next time. I could. However, what I mean by like sit around for a few minutes, like I meant like 5 or 10 minutes, not like, you know, a full 30-minute session. Take advantage and troll you, would I really? Would you really? Would you really? And yes, I have toys that I'm playing with from the conventions I've been going to recently. This is from a company called Pikfu. It's a polling company for game developers. to decide on whether or not a series of voters like a mechanic or like a design. This is also me dragging my feet on the quiz I definitely need to do tonight. I should probably start ending stream so that I can do that quiz because I need to be a good noodle. Even though I do not want to be a good noodle. I'm done with college, man. I'm ready to be done with quizzes. I'm ready to be done, but then I have to find a job. That's the downside of being done. I have to find a job later. Well, I'm currently in the jobs hunt right now, so that's not the worst. Like, I'm currently applying to stuff, and I do have an interview coming up, so I'm not in the worst position. However, at the same time, I just have to get money. I need money. But yeah, no, I will probably need a... Yeah, I need to be a good noodle. I will end the stream soon, since I do need to do that quiz. Before my instructor gets upset that I did not do the quiz. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching the stream. I know this is way shorter than usual. Like, usually my streams last for like 3 hours, but this is only like an hour and a half. Angel Noodle. Yeah, Angel Noodle. But yeah, no, thank you everybody for joining the stream. And since I'm almost done with college anyway, I'm going to be streaming a lot more. Whenever I announce a new Umineko stream, however, I'm making a meme or making a video. I feel like the memes and videos work really well. They work really well for advertising my streams, so I might be making memes for each stream now, because they're just fun to make. Just making small little memes, like, it takes me 5 minutes. Like, the meme I posted the other day with the guys chanting the Shubadi Bop guys, that took 5 minutes to make. Like, I just found, like, you know, a way to do a mask over that old video and just, like, put them in Umineko. Like, it was not hard at all. But yeah, I'll be a good noodle for tonight, get my quiz done so that in future streams I can stay on for longer, because I won't have to worry about doing my assignments. But yeah, well, it's great seeing you again. Welcome back. Yes, I am back, and I'll attempt to be more consistent. However, I'm in my last month of college, so I might not be doing weekly streams like I initially would say I would. However, I'm gonna try to be consistent. Somehow. However, after the next month, I have no more excuses. I'm not in college. Yes, I have a part-time job, but the part-time job is part-time for a reason. So yeah, I'll be getting back to streaming soon as a more consistent hobby. It's just that I need to finish college. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining me today. And next time, we're going to be doing some quizzes in Umineko. As tonight, I need to do my own fucking quiz.